fact that people are even already okay with this is sickening. I could throw up right now. A chip? Are we dogs? Dogs don't even deserve chips.
Well, absolutely. In fact, have you guys seen all the newscasts saying we all need chips? Old people need them, prisoners, the troops, a lot of them have been secretly chipped. The Mexican Attorney General made his employees take chips, and now to get in the cool clubs in Europe and the U.S., they want you to take a chip. And they've got federal officials going around telling people we all need to take chips. And the churches aren't saying anything because they've been 501c3 federalized. And you have the clergy response teams where FEMA has secretly federalized the churches. I mean, this is very serious.
This is very serious. And it says in the Bible that is the mark of the beast, and that is the sign of worshiping the devil. So over my dead body would I ever get a chip in my body. My body belongs to Jesus Christ, to God alone, and no one will ever put anything in me. I will not worship the devil. I will not be conformed to this world. That will not happen, and people should stand up because I am not, being covered up by FEMA right now. I am a disciple of Jesus, and I will speak out to Christians, and I will let people know this is not right.
Well, we may have to put you in the Homeland Security MIAC report. What do you guys think about all these reports saying gun owners, Christians, conservatives, people that won't accept the New World Order are terrorists, and Homeland Security was really set up for us, not for Al-Qaeda?
I mean, it's just so terrifying if you look at history. When they start taking away your gun rights, just like Hitler did, just like Mussolini did, just like Mao Zedong did, it's like that's when you know. I mean, I need to learn the Constitution way better, but I know there's you'll know the quote, but something about when the lawful take away your guns, they become the unlawful. Is that it?
Well, yeah, the Declaration of Independence states over and over again that when the government becomes abusive and oppressive, it's your right to go up against them, and that the Constitution and Bill of Rights only points out your God-given rights you already had. It's kind of like they had laws that black people weren't human beings, but natural law said they were human beings and had a right, if somebody was beating them over the head with a bullwhip, to jerk the whip away and kill the person that was doing it. So kind of like Nazi Germany, they said, Hitler said it was his law that he could kill whoever he wanted, but the people really had a right to stand up against Hitler and try to stop him. So, I mean, that's really what's happening there, is that tyranny always tries to disarm the people. What are your friends saying in the last few months as you guys have been kind of getting away from being so obsessed with image or TV or success and fame, which is the number one goal of most people now in the United States and worldwide, into these type of subjects? What are your friends and family and neighbors and colleagues saying?
I mean, they're all, because media has been so good at labeling, anybody with facts and trying to, take away from the status quo as conspiracy theorists. So at first they're like, their instinct makes them just, the truth feels crazy. But the reality is you give them an Obama deception DVD and you say, how about we have this conversation after you watch this DVD? Next thing you know, I got my friends, twittering InfoWars, and that's just so powerful. It's just, you have to be presented with the facts, and nobody ever is, and that's why I feel so privileged that God did give us the opportunity to have so many people be aware of us, whether they like us or not. They're forced to hear our voice, and my voice is now going to be aware of the InfoWars that are attacking your mind. And it's just so sick because, I mean, once you really put us on to fluoride, like my dad, who's a dentist, has been telling me my whole life, do not use toothpaste with fluoride. And, you don't listen to your dad, especially when he's your dentist. You're just like, I want to use my bleaching toothpaste. I'm not listening to you. And then I watch your documentaries and all the science about, what fluoride does and how they use fluoride in concentration camps. And fluoride was the first thing put in the water for the Iraqi people. And it's like now, do you know how hard it is for me to go to the market and even find a drinking water bottle that says fluoride free, or even to find a toothpaste that says fluoride free? Like, I'm trying to stock up on these because they don't even exist anymore.
Yeah, what a small world. My dad's a dentist, too.
Wow.
Well, small world. Now, guys, Heidi, we're about to go to break, but what has it been like for you talking to friends and family and neighbors now that you're kind of shifting your view?
They take takes me very seriously because I've always been a very serious Christian. And most Christians understand what's going on. They understand they're being persecuted. They understand this is the end of the world. They understand the new world order, the one world currency is all in Revelations in the Bible. So they're taking me very seriously, and they know when I mean something that it's a message, and I'm not just full of things, and I tell the truth. And, you know, Jesus says to hate evil and to cling what is good, you know. So also we're being in that, and, I mean, it's just a very scary thing. And birth control, I'm glad you said that, because I had a whole realization about that the other day, and I got...
Well, stay there, Heidi. Heidi Montag and her husband, Spencer Pratt, both on the line with us right now. Stay there. Quick break. We'll come right back to you. This is GCN. Spencer Pratt and his wife, Heidi Montag. Pratt, join us. Short segment, long segment coming up after this one, and I'll get into a bunch of other questions. Maybe we can take a few calls. Heidi, you were trying to tell a story before we hit that break.
I was just saying about birth control because I got very scared about it the other day, and I felt like God was telling me that this was something just created by the government that is really bad for my body, and I was just getting sick. And I researched it, and one of the founding people who invented birth control said it was the worst thing that they've ever done. They wish they never created it. How it morally corrupted society is just sickening to him. How it devalues women, how it causes depression, how it can cause cancer, how it sterilizes your body and what it does to your body, how most women are suicidal sometimes on it. And in fact, in order to even stabilize the population right now, each woman would have to have 3 children. That the population is decreasing so much that population control is just a myth.
That's right, because the eugenicists want to kill the West because they see that as their competition. Then they're going to kill the third world. But that's the key for all these racist white people that go, yeah, kill the Africans, kill the Asians, yeah, we need to get rid of them. They're being reduced as well. And exactly, Europe's got 1.3 population. The United States, if you take out the illegal alien influx, it's about 1.4. So that's a really, so you guys really do know your stuff on this. You've really, I guess, had a crash course in all of this, or were you already aware of a lot of these issues before you saw my films?
No, your film definitely put us in a crash course schooling system. We needed to really learn our facts, and it inspired us to a whole new level. And we love our guns. We go shooting all the time. We love our guns. My dad loves his guns, and they're for your protection. They're not taking it out of the hands of bad guys. They're the ones who can still get the guns. They're the ones who will have the guns in the streets, and the people, the police officers who, you know, abuse their authority, as I've seen many times in your tapes. It makes me disgusted, and I hate what is evil, and I feel so bad for the people in this world because they just have no idea what's going on. And I'm praying for this world, and I'm praying for Obama, and I'm praying that these people will somehow get a conscience or something, because it's just sick and saddening, and I know the end is very near.
Well, certainly the end of the civilization as we know it, because of technological developments and all the other lines that are projecting right now to this mega crossroads, this key time that society is entering right now, specifically with the girl that plays Hannah Montana, this Cyrus girl who is such a megastar around the world. One of you guys was texting her from the exchange I saw, and we posted at prisonplanet.com, and she said, what is InfoWars? And just from that, we got thousands of Twitters and emails and more pouring in today from new listeners and young people trying to find out what's going on and, trying to discover what's happening. I mean, that is so valuable to see that going on. I hope that you guys and others can reach out to Miss Cyrus and explain to her she's being used by the globalists who want to restrict free speech with this cyberbullying act that states, and I'm going to read it after the break, word for word, that if you hurt someone's feelings, the government's going to come charge you with a felony and put you in prison, the end of the First Amendment. I mean, obviously, bullying isn't a nice thing, but having the feds come arrest people for their speech, I don't think she wants to be known as the person that helped kill America.
No, and I know Miley, and she's a great girl, and I was Twittering her about it because I want everyone to be aware about it. And she had no idea. And it's very hard to find out about you because they try to keep InfoWars and Alex Jones, everything very hidden and secretive because they know that's the weapon used against them is truth, and truth hurts. And that's what they're trying to hide from everyone. And, you know, we just want to make everyone aware of what's going on before it's too late. And I saw what you were saying about the Bully Act, and that is just robbing everyone of freedom of speech. That's saying if I put up a Bible verse on my Twitter, then I can be hurting people's feelings and be persecuted for it. And that's not America, and it's so sad that it's gotten this far.
Well, I want to be clear. We're not saying that Miley Cyrus is bad, and I said that day one. I said she was being used.
No, of course. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. She hasn't known. None of us know. It's very hard to find out. So the fact that she showed interest in this really made a big difference to so many little girls.